Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Or should I say welcome back to Elden Ring, because we're going to do some standard Elden Ring things to kickstart today's video. Last time around we took down the Shadow Tree avatar in a horrifying 3-stage fight. As per usual, when I kill a big boss, I tend to look online to see what the reactions to that boss were. I like to see it, after I've killed the boss, how people felt about it. And some people were like me, they didn't find it too bad. It wasn't easy, but I didn't particularly struggle, I would suggest. We did it pretty quickly. Some people hate that fight. There were people who said they've spent 4 to 5 hours on it, hundreds of tries. Some people really couldn't wrap their heads around it for some reason. People are better at certain fights than other fights, it's just the way it goes. People have like gaps in their fighting ability. Anyways, right, we are actually here in the lands between, because we are going to head up to the horrifying Erdtree. We're going to the drainage channel because there is a talisman that I want to get. We are currently using the Dragon Crest Shield Talisman +2. However, there is a Great Shield Talisman. You'll see we've got these Great Shield ones here for the Flame Drake and for the Bolt Drake and for the Pearl Drake, but we don't have the one for the Dragon Crest. So we're going to go get it. And it's here, apparently. It's not in the DLC. Apparently it's in the base game. So, I've got a little guide. We're just going to follow this along. I'm just going to get it. So, platform can be reached by heading through the eastern exit from the drainage channel. Okay, so east is this way. And then navigating across the branches and concrete beams to reach the roof of the building. Okay. Let's try that and try to get to the roof or something. Have a little wander. This place was a nightmare. This is, of course, where Miquella is, who killed me approximately 7.2 gajillion times. Already don't know where to go. Wait one sec, let me have a look. Wait, that's the... Wait, what? What? Oh, right, down here. That makes sense. Okay. I think it's that building there that I'm trying to get to. You see the hole in the roof there. Miquella was obviously... like I say, some people don't really have problems with Miquella. And obviously she ravaged me for about 6 hours. There's been no boss that I've struggled with in any game as much as I've struggled with Miquella. I guess technically I didn't ever kill the final boss in Sekiro, which is a constant source of shame for me. I've considered going back, but I forget if I go back, I'm just going to get whomped. I'd have to play through the game again. Once on the roof, you'll see 2 holes in the surface, and you'll see joists you can land on. Okay, cool. Should be pretty easy to find from here. We can land on the wood, and we're going to get attacked, apparently. Here. Oh no! More! I'm so sorry! Oh, remind me that I've got to change my stuff back to blood as well. Here we go. This should be it. Nice! I just forget we're using the talisman all the time. We should use the best version of it, right? Now, I need to get out of this building. I can't teleport right now. Ah! Stop it. God, I hate these things. Come here. There we go. Okay, right. So we can now head back to the Shadow Realm. So we went up there, we took down the Shadow Tree. I think we're gonna go... We did the Church District, so we can go here. Did we find a way up here? We didn't, did we? I don't think so. So we can go there, we can go down here, because I think I know where to go for that. We can go down the pit. Should we go down the pit? Let's go down the pit. Let's go to the fissure. Hopefully this is opened. If this hasn't opened, then I've got no idea what they were referring to with their thing. Was it there? Might have opened already. Okay, so we're going to swap this out for this lovely thing. It isn't actually that much a difference. It's, when you can see the difference, it's, you know, a few percentage. It's actually 1.1% increase. I think it's 3% higher, but it's not a multiplicative percentage increase. Basically, so if you say you've got, let's say you're going to take 100 damage, and you've got 20% damage negation, right? You then take 80 damage. If you then throw on another item that adds another 20% damage negation, it doesn't reduce. It's 20% damage reduction on the damage you would have taken. So it's 20% damage reduction on the 80, not on the original 100. You know what I mean? So let's say you've got one item that gives you 20% damage negation. You get hit for 100, you take 80 damage. You then equip a second item that increases your damage negation by 20%. You take 20% off the 18, so you lose. So you take 16 off the 80, so you take 64 damage instead. You don't take 60, which is what the 40 would be. You take 64. So as you stack more damage negation, it becomes less useful. Basically. But I mean, we still gain. I mean, see, we're only gaining 7%, but it's worth 20, but we only gain 7 from this item. But 7's quite a lot. Right, we just need to change our weapon, because we're currently on occult mode. Change back to blood. Alright. Let's rock out. This looks... Why is there so many dead things? People are just falling off the cliff. I think people are falling off the cliff. Whenever I see loads of blood, my default assumption is either a boss or people are falling off the cliff. And it's usually the latter. Where are we? Where's this lead? It's definitely open. Yo. Stone Coffin Fissure. Okay. Where are we? Interesting. I wonder how big this area is. It's very cool. And these are indeed coffins. These are the things we saw over at the Cerulean Coast. I was like, they kind of look like boats. And there's a summon. And a lot of... Again, why is there so many dead people? They can't all be jumping off the edge, can they? Oh. Did you kill people? Blood boy? What is that build-up? Is it frost? I don't think so. This is crazy. Look at it. It's mad. It's giant fish and they're all spiraling out of the walls and growing into it, it feels almost. St. Trina's Arrow. Okay, good to know I can technically kill those before they hit me once. If I just commit to the damage, you know? Whoa! Oh. Scared the life out of me. In case the war didn't give it away. Hey. Oh, hey. Thank God you've got terrible aim, eh? What is that effect? I genuinely don't know what that is. It's something to do with death. Is it just... Is it death? Build up? What's it called? Curse? You know, there's an effect that if you let it build on you entirely, you can see it on the weapon there. That effect. It might be the one... There's one that if you let it build on you to the top of the bar, you just die instantaneously. It could also be, there's also an effect that's like Black Frost or something. I can't remember what it's called. Damn it. Oh, I just realised. I've been thinking to myself, I'm sure I had 14 flasks, and I've been staring at my flask number. I'm wondering why I've only got 13. And then, of course, it's because I've got one made into the other type of flask. I've got FP flasks as well. So I need to, next time we find a grey site, we need to swap them back. Not necessarily. I'm kind of down to have a single FP flask. I think it is useful. Not so much when running around, but against bosses. It's quite helpful having the ability to go... At least against some bosses. Against, like, big bosses, against, like, the Sunflower, that wouldn't have felt particularly useful. But against anything... Against, like, melee bosses, against knights and soldiers and stuff like that, it feels really good. You got to get behind them. Like, I think Mesmer would have been a lot harder if I didn't have that ability. Just because you can dodge and hit at the same time. It's great. Hello. Kindly, Miquella. I see you've thrown away something you should not have under any circumstances. How will you salvation offer to those who cannot be saved when you cannot even save your other self? Interesting. We found quite a lot of crosses. We should go back and talk to... what's his name? Erdtree fragment. A message from Leda, one of the knights. I abandon here my love. Oh no. Can't do that, Miquella. Let's have a look at this note. Message left by Needle Knight Leda, addressed to kindred spirits who also pursued Miquella's trail. Dame passed on a message. The sealing tree is in the ancient ruins of Ra. It lies beyond the high bridge leading from the first floor of the storehouse. I will join you there once I finish the task at hand. Of course, we've seen that already. Do I only have one fragment? I thought I had two. Where are they? Don't know. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. I don't need to know how many I've got. I just wait until the game tells me that I've got enough, basically. For now, I'm going to move back on my flasks. Oh, Miquella. What is going on with you, buddy? I abandon here my love. Oh, it's the thingies from the jails. The little Orby boys. These goddamn birds I hate. These ones are okay. It's the ones that cast spells I dislike. Come on, up to me. I mean, you're a bird. I don't know why you're navigating the cliffs in this way. You could fly, but... Hey-ho. Did they always have that purple ribbon on them? Jail boys! I don't know what they're called, but they're called jail boys in my head. Do they attack me? I don't think so. You chill? How much are you worth? Yeah, alright then. If you're worth any runes at all and you're right there and you die in the thing and you're not gonna hit me back, well, yeah, I'm gonna kill you. It's the way of the world, isn't it? These definitely look different. There's something going on down here with this purpleness. Is it Centurina? Isn't Centurina like something to do with death? It would make sense given it. Oh, interesting. Do I wanna... is that a real way to go? I mean, it looks like it heads down below where I am now, so maybe we'll be able to get there anyway. I still haven't gone to that bloody ladder in the other place. Oh, look at it, moving like a worm. I've never seen that before, I don't think. Oh, it's just a little bit too close to the edge for my liking. Look at you scooting around like a little worm. Whoa, 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 okay. These are quite annoying. Very hard to get to, you know? What pain. Come here, you. You must die for the sins of your brethren. There's an item over here. Right, okay, good to know I can't jump up there. Yeah, I'm not surprised people have died here, honestly. This place is so cool. Can I go down? It's just there. It looks like you can go inside as well. I'm really curious about that area over there. I'm just gonna keep it in mind. I'd rather not. Oh, nope. Yep, I realised. I did realise. I maybe realised a little bit too late. Wait, what? Thankfully, they are spaced out in such a way that if you dodge one, you can dodge both. But, if you get hit by one, you're gonna get hit by both. What a nightmare. They fire so fast. Ah, bird. Must be how worms feel. A bit of arrow. You know what? I'm also not getting flasks back, which suggests to me that this is, in essence, essentially a dungeon. You're a really eager little beaver, aren't you? My God. I'm gonna go this way. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of dead people over there. Alright, oh, there's another one. Nectar Blood Burgeon. Hasn't seen me yet. It's seen me. It's seen me. It's essentially a rhythm game. I'm okay at rhythm games. I started playing guitar again recently. Well, I've whipped out the guitar once for the first time in a long time. But it's been at least a year since I played, and I don't have particularly soft strings. Let's put it that way. So my fingers are pretty much killing me. Okay, that's obviously the right way to go, but I just want to nip around and have a little explore. You reckon I can drop down here safely? Probably. There's enemies, so I figure I haven't been here before. Come on, up you pop. This is why you kill everything. Because if you kill everything, you know you've been there. And there was no reason to come down here whatsoever. That's okay. Sometimes we do things just for the beauty of having the things done. Or something. And it got me over here as well. People just leave messages in like the most oh my God. Okay, let me just That was good. That was a lot of runes for no work whatsoever. What did we get? Grave Glovewort, of course. I should always explain what these things. I feel like I've been dismissing Grave Gloveworts without explaining what they are. It's the item you use to increase the strength of your spirit summons. You can summon little spiritual helpers during combat, mainly against bosses. So some bosses you can have 2 summons. You can summon a helper, like an NPC helper, you know, when you see the golden summon sign on the ground, and you can also summon a spirit summon, who's like a one of these things. We've collected a lot of them over time. It's a shame. It seems like a really cool mechanic. You know, there's so many of them. It could be a lot of fun to use. And I did upgrade my Mimic. The Mimic one copies your abilities and your gear and stuff like that. No, they're pretty cool, but I kind of decided I wasn't going to do it, so I've just stuck to that for the entire game. But if I ever replayed the game as like a completely different build, maybe like a caster or something like that, or like a strength wielder, I don't know how I'd mix it up, but if I ever replayed the game, I'd use summons. Not because I think I'd need them necessarily, but just because, you know, it's an aspect of the game I haven't really tangled with, and I think it'd be cool to tangle with it. And also, for a second playthrough, why not make the game easier, you know? People will tell you that it doesn't make the game easier. And let me tell you, it makes the game a whole lot easier. It's not even close, man. And that's fine. Like, the games should have. Like, they always talk about difficulty in these games. And there's always, like, a call to have, like, a difficulty meter in the game, like a difficulty option in the game. But the game has difficulty options. You know, if I wanted to play on hard mode, I'm playing on, like, I'd say I'm playing on medium, basically, by not using summons. To me, that feels like medium difficulty. It's a hard game, so medium difficulty is hard. You know what I mean? But I would still say I'm generally speaking playing on medium difficulty. If I wanted to play on easy difficulty, I would use summons. If I wanted to play on hard difficulty, maybe I wouldn't, you know, boost up my flasks, so I wouldn't increase the number of flasks so much, or I'd not upgrade my gear, or, you know, there's all these ways to increase the difficulty. And there's all these ways to make the game easier as well. Skeletons! Well, that's not good. You know why that's not good, folks? Skeletons don't bleed. Thanks for that, buddy. Did you throw the pot and then fall off? How did you hit me? How did that hit me? Stop it! Desist! How rude. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I'm just gonna go do this again. I didn't sit the thing, so I didn't get my things back. I'm just gonna change. This is really easy to do. There's no reason not to do this. We're just gonna go back to occult. Since bleed isn't doing anything for us, and let's change our bleed one to. I need to have like a better idea of like what is my default that I swap to. You know, that when I don't need to bleed, what do I want to use instead? I don't really have an answer to that. Maybe it is death. I mean, maybe just raising HP. 130 more HP. It's not much, but it's better than nothing, in inverted commas. There'll be better things out there. And when it comes to like bosses and stuff, it'll just be a case of we slot in an elemental talisman or a magic resist talisman or something like that. Right. Oh, hey. Just a bouncy boy. Am I not dual wielding? What the hell is that? Oh, it's, oh no. Big slime. Oh no, I wish I bleed now. I got stuck in the Bang! This is like, oh, remember that enemy you hated? Here's a giant one. That takes a gajillion damage. Okay, this corner is fucking me up. They're just such an annoying enemy. They don't contribute anything except annoyance. I shouldn't have swapped out of bleed just because I saw like a few skeletons. I just assumed it was indicative if you want to talk English, speak English, of the kind of enemies I'd be dealing with, you know? Oh. You'll see that when I do jump attacks is when they, often when an enemy sort of staggers like that, it's because I've done a jump attack. Jump attacks break poise a lot more than regular attacks do. But they're not as good for bleed build-up, that's why I tend not to do them. Hey buddy, oh you're like that lad from, that boss in, Caelid. Not Caelid, in the south region of Limgrave. Multi-layered ring of light. Cool. Also, that dodging was slick, by the way. I'm just gonna point that out there. That little dodge there was slick. I'm always happy when I dodge anything because I kind of just face tank my way through so much. Oh, maybe I should have sprint jumped it. Oh god. No. Right, now we're gonna sprint jump. This makes me nervous. Don't mind if I do. See a grey site up there. They're very generous with the grey sites. If they ever... I'm probably not going to play Dark Souls on this channel. I know I talk about Dark Souls all the time, but I deeply love Dark Souls. But if they ever do like a full-on... What the hell? Okay, this is strange. It's like a Sleeping Beauty kind of situation. All the animals have gathered. I'm going to swap back to blood. It was a bit silly to swap out in the first place. I'm not swapping out in future unless basically I only swap out for bosses is the idea. How are we doing on runes? Yeah, I'm gonna pop a Didn't mean to do that. We need about 30,000. So I just use both of these. Should be enough to level up. This is. I mean, look. There's a grey site. There's a summon thing. There's this weirdness going on. It's screaming boss fight, you know. So I'm just kind of aware of that. So back to blood, and we're gonna level up as well. God, dexterity 58. It must be quite low. It must be giving me like 2.2 or something like that, because I'm very often not getting 3. I'm very often getting 2 damage. But like I said, I'm pretty sure it hasn't hit a cap or anything. It's funny because it feels like the introduction to a boss, but then this does not feel like the introduction to a boss, does it? Well, it feels like the introduction to something. Oh, please grant me the courage to fly to your feet, my dearest, sent Trina. Alright then. I feel like this is what it was expected of me. I think I was correct. Oh, what the hell? Alright, now it feels like a boss. I mean, yes. There hasn't existed a more boss arena looking place before. So we are going to take the opportunity to throw on some stuff. Alright, what have we got here? Oh, it's not a boss. Oh, it is a boss. Oh god. Oh no, it's a skeleton. Come here. Ah, stop that. Can't get to the son of a bitch. Can't hit it. I just want to hit it, man. I just couldn't hit him. Oh, man. Okay, interesting. I'm going to swap back out a bleed, obviously, because it isn't doing dick there. Okay. Right, I need to run forward more. The attacks are quite slow. I can dodge them. I just got irritated. I think this will be a good fight to... I'm going to swap this around again. I think it'll be a good fight to have some FP available. Match of War. Back to Occult. That's what? 5... I know I do this a lot. That's 552. I'm just keeping an eye to make sure that Keen isn't getting ahead of it. That's 518. What did I say Occult was? 552. Okay, so Occult's still ahead, damage-wise. It's 330, 480. That's not far off Cold. I wonder if that's worth using. It scales with int note, so why is that doing so much damage? You can see that the damage on that, the physical damage isn't great, but the frost build-up is interesting. So whilst I do less damage, it's kind of like having bleed on instead. I'm surprised that scales as high as it does. But if you look at the damage, it's 330, 430, 483. It's about 512, but it does frost build-up, which... Let's just give it a go. Let's give it a go. Maybe this is a terrible idea, but I'm curious to experiment. Do I have a talisman? I don't think I've got any talisman that has anything to do with frost build-up. So what do I want instead? Okay, this is my problem. I don't have... Actually, there's one... Blood loss. I'm going to take this. I'm going to assume, given where we are in the situation... Wait, why did that give me death? Oh, no, it's not death, though, is it? It's something else. I really need to find, like, a default talisman that I swap to. Is it worth just swapping to that? It's quite a lot of damage increase. Yeah, alright then. Seems a bit weird, but we'll do it anyway. Now, my curiosity is, do I need to do my buffs before I drop? Is the enemy going to instantly attack me, or can I drop down and then buff myself up? Because we've kind of had the introduction already. I guess we'll find out. Allons-y. Shouldn't jump really, that feels risky. Sure, it's fine. Are we okay? Nope, we're not. Okay, we've got to do it before we jump. Crap. Alright, good to know. Push you, horse. No, horse, no. Stop, man. He's so annoying. I'm getting really irritated that I can't hit it, so I'm playing stupidly. I just can't hit the son of a bitch. Oh. I'm also going to swap out of this. I don't know what to use, man. I wonder if Shard of Alexander works. To increase the damage from my ability. That's interesting. Okay. Gonna change Ash of War back. I'm not blaming the Ash of War for that, it's just I'm also curious about something. So that's now 5-5-5, right? Keen could be higher now. 5-3-1. I'm curious why it's not higher, because look at the dex scaling. I have more dexterity than I do arcane at the moment, because I just use the thing. Right? Where's my stats? I can't see my stats. Yeah. So I wonder if we want to swap our this to arcane. Do I have an arcane one? And how much does that change my damage to? 5-6-5. Yeah, okay. Alright. It's something. Okay. Let's try to have at least one good attempt at this, shall we? It feels like it's not been the greatest start. I'm really struggling with the distancing, with the spacing on the fight. I forgot to... Oh, I've made a mistake. I'm going to save this until we get to the bottom. Can I use it mid-air? No. I can probably pop maybe one of the spells when I'm down here as well. I don't know. This is a lot of wasted time spell-wise. So technically, the first time you come down here is the best time to kill him. What's interesting is the knight himself looks horse-esque, you know? I don't know what he's doing, but I don't like it. Okay, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Right, good to know. I'm gonna wager in that. I wanted to try and get some bonus damage in, but that was a lot better. That was a lot better. And now that I know he does that, I can swap to a magic resist talisman. I figured he probably does have some magic. I thought we'd end up doing this at some point, but I just wanted confirmation first. So we now throw on that. That gives us our frost resistance, because you can't build up frost resistance any other way. Alright, one more go, and then we'll start skipping forward. I don't like to skip forward instantly. You need to see the early tries and hear my thought process and where we end up and blah, 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 blah. But that's better. I'm not totally convinced about my LT attack here. Doesn't feel that useful, but we'll see. We will see. Oh, nope. Okay, so what do I do here? You just sprint? Nope, that doesn't work. I think I just actually... Okay, I think I have to actively just roll the waves, basically. thought I'd lost it then. Thought I'd messed up. Oh, God. I really thought I'd screwed up at the end there. I was really proud of how that went. Honestly, for like the first sort of 80% of the fight, I thought my dodging was really good. The first wave of fire I'm struggling with, but I'm managing to get over some of them. It's funny, I had all my other tries were earlier, and I went and I did other things for a few hours. I was getting a little frustrated. It's not like I had too many tries, but I was getting a little bit frustrated, and I thought I just need a bit of a break. So I went, I did other things. I think it's about 4 hours later that I sat down to play, and that was my first try. That was my first try since I sat down again, and I just needed that little bit of space, I think, to Remembrance of Putrescence. That is our 5th of the Remembrance bosses. I said there were 7, there's actually 10, so we've done half the Remembrance bosses so far. We are very close, we're not very close to leveling up, but we're close-ish. So I'm going to pop a big rune. We're going to need a little bit more than that, but not much more. Use 2 of these and that should get us there. 1 probably would have got us there actually, but hey ho. And then, yeah, so I just went away and I came back and had a really good fight. I didn't change anything. It was the same technique, or the same... Oh god, yeah, that's dropping lower and lower, isn't it? It's been 2 all the way, now it's only 1. Oh no, that makes sense, because we're on actually, before we level up, let me just change my Ash of War. We're on Occult, not Blood. Maybe that's why. It should be the same, yeah, 2, there we go. That's reassuring. Flasks, I'll swap back. Yeah, the LT was nigh on pointless, it really was. Let's do some equipment. Give me my lovely blood talisman. There you go. That is 2 remembrance bosses in a row, by the way, that do not take blood damage. I have a blood bleed, a blood build, and yet 2 bloody bosses in a row that don't take bleed damage. How annoying. Let's go see what we can get for this remembrance. That boss really is not very hard. It's a case of just slowing down and not panicking. It's very easy to panic. A lot of times I died to the blue flame, I've gone the wrong way, was because as I was running, I was kind of just panicking and clicking down, so my character would do this, and you can't sprint when you're like this, for obvious reasons, when you're crouching. And also trying to roll. You can roll the last blue flame, the one that's... So he does 3 waves of like a big AoE one, and then he sometimes follows up with a smaller targeted one. You can roll out of that one, as I think I did during that fight. But the first 3, I think you have to jump, really. I find the first one quite hard to jump. But hey-ho. The regular attacks are all quite easily telegraphed. You can dodge relatively easy and find the openings. I just needed to slow down and not just tap. I talk about this all the time in this playthrough, right? That I need to just slow down and actively try to dodge the attacks rather than spamming B like a lunatic and hoping that I'll dodge the attacks. Putrescence Cleaver, a great axe. Weapon wielded by the Putrescent Knight. A great cleaver of hardened putrescence affixed to an arch fashioned from human bones. It looks like a spinal cord. Gains power from the wielder's arcane attribute. Not very much though. Oh, it's a frost weapon. That might be good actually, a great axe like that. And then Vortex of Putrescence launches a whirl of putrescent jets that explode shortly after impact and bathe the area in ghost flame. In an age long past, death was burned by ghost flame. Even the remains of tainted flesh were given equal treatment in death. We'll see, we're going to pick that up. Now, interestingly, I didn't expect this, but there was a... Where are we? Wait, bear with me. Oh, we're down here, right? Fisher Depths. No, not Fisher Depths. Fisher Depths is the top one. Yeah, let's just jump off. There's a little archway, a little tunnel off to the side. I thought this might be a point of no return, like a bit of a dead end, kind of like the Sunflower, but it looks like there's a way to go off to the side, so let's go explore that. It means I get to jump off again as well. Do you want to chat now differently? No, okay. Allons-y. Flip. No, wait, no. Please don't punish me for that. I was trying to do a 360 spin. Am I okay? I think I'm okay. We're okay. So let's head back to this Grace. And then into the tunnel beyond. Did I activate this grace? Am I crazy? I did, right? Doesn't have all the flippy things around it. I just want to see what's it called. Garden of Deep Purple. Well, that makes sense. Alright, let's see what's down here, I suppose. Hello. Imbibe nectar. Okay. Clearly there must be... Clearly there's, clearly something. I'm not sure... I'm not sure what there clearly is, but clearly... Why can't I... I'm not allowed. Oh, we're not allowed to attack. We're not allowed to kill Centrina. So that's Centrina, who is the goddess, I believe, of death, or something about death, anyway. Centrina Disciples Cookbook. Lulling Branch. So I wonder what we do to... You can see her there, in the middle. Well, it's like, is that her, or is that a baby? It's like it's clutched in her arms. God. I wonder how we imbibe without dying. Off a corpse. What do you mean? Can I... Okay, so this is like a blood flower here, right? You can see the colouring's different. And obviously there's tons of blood. Can I craft something that'll kill me? Slowly builds up sleep while restoring FP. Interesting. Do I have an item that I can eat that'll kill me? I think so. I've got that in my mind. That there's something I can make that'll just kill me where I stand. Maybe I can't make it. Maybe I've already got it. It's not a grease, obviously. Not going to use FP. It's not a throwing dagger. It's not perfume. These have just been nerfed, by the way. There's a lightning one. A lightning aromatic as part of this DLC. Which was super busted. It did like 20,000 damage or something like that. People like one-shotting bosses. So it got nerfed. Just yesterday. I can eat the dragon flesh. It's really interesting little items that I will never ever use. If it's a thing, it's going to be around here. No, right, I've got no idea what to do here. Clearly you meant to die here somehow, but I don't see how you would. How do you kill yourself? I don't see how to kill myself. People are eating something. People are consuming something, and that's killing them. But I don't see what I've got that would do that. Maybe we're missing a recipe somewhere. Or Or... I mean, look, you get the recipe for this right here, right? So maybe I'm meant to like sleep here, not die? I'm just gonna let this play out. I don't really know what else to do, if I'm honest. I want that build up all the way. So that restores your FP, but puts you to sleep in the process. Doesn't seem very strong. You'd have to... I mean, if it's restoring FP for this entire length of time, that's pretty great. Depending on how quick it's restoring. But I guess what you'd have to do is also have some anti-sleep boluses on hand in order to circumvent the sleep effect when it builds up too much. Nearly there. If this isn't it, I don't know what to do. I think there is an item you can eat that kills you, but I just can't remember what it is. Where you'd get it. I've seen it before, I think. I fell asleep. And then I woke up instantly. Right, so that's not it. I'll have a little think about that. And if thinking doesn't work, I'll have a little Google. But either way, next remembrance boss down. So where are we going next? That's this area done, I think. I still need to figure out how do I get... I wanna go back to Shadow Keep and try to figure out how I get down to here. I think it's in this area somewhere. Because I've explored the rest pretty freaking thoroughly. So we might nip back here and have a little poke. We can obviously go up to here. And we can go around here. So there's quite a lot of different directions we can still go in. This whole area, this whole area down here entirely hasn't been explored yet. Don't know how you get to this green bit. But hopefully from here somehow. If not, we'll figure it out, because I want to get to here and do the finger thing. Love the finger thing. Anyways, we'll end it there. Hopefully this has been a long enough video. I never know with bosses. Thank you for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.